What do you want? Information. Information. We want information. Information. What do you want? What do you want? Information. Information. We want information. Information.
Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. It's the Mexican bandit again, wanted by the BBC. They want me to buy me a license, buy me a license. Yeah, Mexican bandit, Mexican bandit, that's what I am, to the BBC. I am a Mexican bandit, wanted man, you know. We're in October now, and yes folks, it's me, of course, the Inspector C, of course, trying to be a bit funny, make a laugh. Anyway, my throat's a bit sore because I've got a bit of a throat infection, very sore throat. But Mexican bandit, it's well, I'm working on the accent, you know. Normally I go French, but anyway, sometimes I just French accent, I don't know. Anyway folks, thanks again for all the new people joining me on the channel. It's been great to see about 10 or 15 people this week join me, become license free, and that's what it's about, folks. It's becoming license free because there's so many people cancelling the license now. It's nice to sort of know that your job's being done. People are responding to it and getting some nice thank yous and comments, interesting comments, and thanks everybody for commenting about my channel. It's not about me personally, you know, nothing to do with that, just me telling you what to do, and it's all documented here the best way I can, you know. Of course, now coming up to October the 5th, is it the 6th today? Yeah, it's October the 6th, so normally I get a letter around that time, about the 6th, 7th, maybe a week or so in the month, so probably another letter will be coming shortly from the BBC Capita. Most likely telling me a date they're coming to visit me. They've already done that once before. Or if they are targeting that area near me in the Cheshire area, well, obviously they won't even bother sending a letter. They might, you just don't know. You just don't know. That's the way they work. Fear, intimidation, harassment, whatever they want to call, because it's now until 2027 that this new charter will keep going, and they'll get away with it, you know, till things change. And the only thing that can change is you, the public out there, will just say no, thank you, not very much. You know, we don't want this anymore. And that'll be in a few years' time when the government renews the charter for the BBC collect the licence fee. I mean, it's vastly out of date. By then, I'm hoping that probably it's going to be another million people not paying the TV license this time next year. 2020, 25, 26. It'll be a year away from the actual time when the charter is being renewed, and they're negotiating it now. They were with Daft Doris, with the Conservatives when they were in. Whatever's changed, new governments took over, and of course they may do something, the Conservative, the Labour Party rather, to give out free license again to pick the over in the budget. You never know with the budget coming up this next few weeks. There may be some concessions in the budget. One will never know. Can't sort of see what happens. But I mean, obviously, I don't think they'll ever bring back the over 75s free license fee. I don't think that'll happen, folks. But you never know. You never know what might happen. I do apologise for having a drink and driving, but it's only lemonade. My throat is quite sore. So the only other thing about the BBC was just come on the horizon, which has been noticeable. Our friend Gary Lineker of Match of the Day is going to be renew his contract. They might not renew his contract. He's one of the highest paid people on the BBC, and he may go to Sky, he may go somewhere else, he may not want to work for the BBC anymore because they've been having one or two issues. But you see, if you look on YouTube, Sky have got their own channel where you can look at the results and watch highlights at about 5 or 6 o'clock in an evening after the game, on a Saturday afternoon after the games are finished. There's an evening session where you can watch highlights of a particular game if you want. That's the 5-minute clips or 10-minute clips of the game, which is about what you get on the Match of the Day. And of course, why they want to pay him 1.5 million or something like that, nearly 2 million quid a year, for doing highlights on Match of the Day, when a lot of people now are getting access to it by other places. Like I said, that's the Sky channel there. That's Sky. It's on YouTube. You can watch it and get the results and watch the highlights of all the games on the Premiership. Obviously, that match of the day will be gone at 10 o'clock at night, or past 10 at night, something like that. I'm not sure because I've never watched it anymore for years. So Gary will be out of a contract maybe, and it's another £2 million they'll be saving. They might not renew his contract. I don't know. They might get somebody else to do it cheaper, As I say, it's going to be phased out over a few years because people, unless you're in the pub watching, go out Saturday night and watch the match later on and 10:30 at night when you've had a few beers, maybe so, something like that. So anyway, like I say, so it might be out of a job, Gary. I don't know. The other thing is obviously they have to make cutbacks all the time, the BBC, because they're going to be losing more and more money to justify these top people on wages like this. In the revenues going down. I mean, he gets paid by BBC Studios, which is a separate company. You see, it's a separate company altogether. That's another anomaly what they get away with. So anyway, folks, like I said, we'll see what happens with Gary if his contract renews in July or June, I think it is. His contract's on for renewal. But like I said, and other teams, like I say, you support a team like myself. There's other people on YouTube got their own channels doing the game live watch. You can watch the game live. Stuff like that. If you've got a TV license, of course, obviously you've got to watch anything live on TV. You have to have a license, but I can watch things back later, as long as it's not live. I can watch things on YouTube, as long as it's not being broadcast live, a TV channel, and of course, if it's a YouTuber doing a live, like say Dave, my friend Dave, thanks Dave, from Always Wolves. If you look at Always Wolves there, he's got his own channel and he previews the games, previews things, and makes you feel like you're at the game. And after the game he has a after game talk. Great to see Dave. Like I said, there he is. That's what it's about. You can find out more about particular things on YouTube, people doing things, channels. Probably there may be a Spurs or Tottenham or United fans, or I think there's a Paddock, another one, the Paddock for United, another YouTuber, and he talks about the game, talks about United's performance and everything else. So the old match of the day, really, the format there is really like the BBC. Many things they do, it's all out of date. Just move on with things, and sort of people find things out they want to watch themselves when they want to watch and whenever they want to watch. So the match of the day really is past it, really, and to justify his nearly £2 million a year wages is although I've nothing against Gary personally, he's just got a job and he rambles about and he has people on there and they get paid hell of a good money, like Alan Shearer, who's talking to Gary about things, and they're paying a lot of money, and that's Shearer. And so the total cost for people coming on the show, you're talking about £5 million. People coming on there, £5 million for a show, match of the day, really, which is out of date. And you can have people on there that are getting paid, highly paid, and what are they getting paid for? Just to talk about the game, when people can make up their own mind about the game. All right, I get somebody who's, who can do the job, but don't have to pay them sort of high wages. That's all it is. It's just a highlights program. A highlights program for 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour show, maybe an hour. So anyway, folks, that's where I feel. I think that it's time to move on with the match of the day. Although I have watched it many years ago, but like I say, I get my information from other places, like most other people. Anyway, folks, thanks again for all the new people. Like I say, subscribing to the channel, leave a like, hit the bell button, and subscribe to the channel if you wish. And I'm growing slowly, getting towards 1,500 subscribers, which is great, because what I'm trying to do is pass the message on, and my job will be done in maybe a year or so. I was thinking if the way the BBC are losing revenue via the licence fee, I think as the year goes on, this year and next year, definitely, if it comes to a situation where a lot more people are not paying, the revenue will be, apart from the BBC Studios thing, they'll be losing a lot of money, and they won't be able to afford to pay Gary £2 million a year or whatever he's on. They just won't be able to, well, they might find it from somewhere, back of the sofa somewhere, and pay him or something. They'll find somewhere, but is it justified to pay £2 million to somebody who's talking about football for 20 minutes on a game, 15, half an hour maybe, on a few games? Anyway, folks, leave your comments below. Like I say, leave your comments to see what you say. Interested in comments. And of course, if you're new to TV licensing, like I told you before, I'm here to document everything for you. If they're going to come knocking on my door this month, it's October now, obviously I'm expecting them, and we'll see how we go. See if they do come. They don't, no worries. Anyway, folks, thanks again for everybody, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye.